Hey, what's up, people? Fizz out here, and today I've got another review for you guys for my series of cult, sleaze, exploitation, just B movies of all kinds, File 13. But even amongst the ranks of File 13, the film that I'm going to talk about to you guys today it stands out. Even amongst File 13, this movie stands out. It stands out like a fart in a car with the windows rolled up in the middle of summer in the heat. That's a good analogy for this movie, really. A fart in a car with the windows rolled up in the middle of summer in the blistering heat. The movie that I'm talking about is Three on a Meat Hook from 1973. And if you guys haven't heard of Three on a Meat Hook, there's a very good reason why. Because Three on a Meat Hook, beyond getting a VHS release way back in the day, has been relegated to the bootleg scene. But I was very fortunate enough to get my hands on a bootleg of this, and I am so glad that I did, because Three on a Meat Hook is an experience. It's a film that has to be seen to be believed. The film revolves around a fellow by the name of Billy. And Billy has the bad habit of running into women, as he does at the beginning of the film, three women who have broken down near his home. And Billy, being the good, kind-hearted fellow that he is, he's like, hey, I can't, in good conscience, I just can't leave you guys out here all night on the side of the road in your car. I live nearby. Please come to my house. I'll put you up for the night. And then in the morning, you can be on your way. And of course, Billy takes them home, and we're introduced to Billy's father. And Billy's father is like, Billy, you can't do this, Billy. No, Billy, send him away, Billy. Send him away, Billy. You know what happens. Don't you remember what happened last time you brought a woman home, Billy? Don't you remember, Billy? Well, needless to say, during the night, these three women are attacked and brutally murdered while at Billy's house. Billy wakes up in the morning, he goes to check on the girls, and he is shocked to find that they are butchered. Billy's father shows up and goes, Oh, Billy, I told you, Billy. I warned you, Billy. Oh, Billy. Here's $5, Billy. Go to the movies and let Daddy clean this mess up. So this has become a history. Billy has a history of meeting women, taking them to his home, and they end up butchered. So anyway, Billy leaves. He goes on this literally 20-minute journey through whatever town he lives in, starting in the graveyard at his mother's grave, and he's saying, Mom, I'm a monster. I need to be locked up. I'm a bad person. I hurt people. From there, he's walking through town. Eventually, his journey leads him to this bar, and while he's in the bar, we are treated to not one, but two performances from this funky 70s kind of band. Literally, two performances. They give two live performances in the film while Billy is sitting at the bar having a drink. Which led me to believe that the band must either be the director's band or the producer's band that they play in, or that they're the manager of. And they thought that, the band and their manager, who must be the producer or the director of the film, probably thought that, Three on a Meat Hook was going to be just the launching point for this band's career, being featured in Three on a Meat Hook. Or possibly vice versa, I don't know. But literally, two complete songs are played by this band in the movie while Billy is sitting and having a drink. Well, finally, Billy meets this server girl, and he likes her, and Billy decides to invite her to his home. And Billy's telling his dad about this later, and his dad's like, Oh, Billy, you can't. Billy, don't you remember what happened last time? Billy, you can't. Billy, you know what happens when you bring women here. Billy, please. And Billy goes, But I love this girl. I want her to come here on Sunday. Which, if you love this girl, wouldn't go to her house. Don't. When is it going to click with you, Billy, that every girl you bring into your home ends up butchered? And you don't know if it's you doing it or not. Because you just go to bed in the morning, you wake up, and they're butchered. Go to their house. Stay with them. Or just be single. Just enjoy the single life. When is that going to click with Billy? So Billy and his father argue back and forth, and finally, of course, the girl comes over, but she brings her friend with her, which leads to one of just the most awkward and out-of-place monologues I've ever seen in any movie. And I've seen a lot of movies. This character turns and faces the camera, directly at the camera, and gives this long anti-war monologue about how she received a letter that her husband, boyfriend, fiance, I don't remember which, had been killed in Vietnam. And she says, but the telegram, it wasn't 100% correct, because not only did he die that day, but I died as well. And my jaw is on the floor. My jaw is on the floor for pretty much half of this movie, because I can't believe the things that I'm seeing in this film. So anyway, we go on. There's a twist. There's a double twist. The first twist you see coming literally within the first 10 minutes of the movie. Then they Shyamalan us, and they throw a twist on a twist that was, again, just jaw-dropping. The movie is amateur hour all the way around. It looks awful. It's poorly lit. The acting is awful. The writing is awful. It's an awful movie, but it is just so mind-numbingly kind of entertaining. It's the kind of movie you want to watch with your buddies over like a case of beer and just laugh yourself into hysterics, because it makes absolutely no sense. This movie makes no sense whatsoever. And just when you think it can make any less sense, it does. It ups the senseless ante again and again and again and again, to the point that by the end of it, you're just absolutely stunned. Absolutely stunned. This movie, Three on a Meathook, that they should really show it in like film school. That this is a movie that really truly needs to be studied by like film historians. It is it's a mess, but just so entertainingly messy. I mean, and you've got everything that, a grindhouse sleazy movie. You've got just, lots of nudity, lots of bloodshed. Most of the kills are really tame and really amateurish. There's actually one really good kill that happens just kind of out of nowhere. And we've seen it done a million times these days, where like the characters, you've got the actor's head through a wall and like a dummy body, and they chop the head off and the dummy body falls out, but the head stays on the blade. They actually pull that off in this movie. That actually, it's actually pretty good, the way they pull that effect off. But just the whole idea that there's this long history of Billy bringing women home, and they end up butchered, and yet he continues to bring women home. And his father just, oh, Billy, you know what happens, Billy. You can't do this, Billy. And then, of course, they get butchered, and his dad gives him $5 and sends him off to the movies while he cleans up the mess. It is just wow. Just a wow movie. If you can get your hands on Three on a Meathook, if you can find a bootleg of it for relatively cheap, by all means, check it out. Like I said, one of those movies you just have to see to believe. It's so bad that it's kind of great. It's just, like I said, jaw on the floor pretty much most of the movie. Just File 13 to the nth degree, even amongst the File 13 movies that I've discussed. And I've talked about some doozies up to this point. Three on a Meathook absolutely stands out amongst the rest. It is something to behold. If you guys have seen Three on a Meathook, definitely let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, take it easy. Peace.